Gentlemen, and thank you ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed your morning tea with your sons. So good morning and welcome to our 2023 Valedictory Assembly, and a special welcome of course to our parents of our senior class, and congratulations on getting your son to this significant milestone in their lives. This morning is the culmination of 13 years of schooling. So as our Year 12 cohort enters, please give them a very heartfelt and very vigorous welcome. I want clapping, we want whistling, and we want cheering. So without further ado, we invite you all to stand as our guests of honour today, our seniors enter.
Thank you, and please be seated. Thank you and welcome valedictorians. My name is John Brimstone, current Year 12 homeroom teacher, and it's my absolute pleasure to be your MC this morning as we fittingly celebrate a class of 2023. However, please let it be noted that Hunter Wise was the college's first preference today, but unfortunately he had to decline as he was too busy penning a 2,000-word encyclical to the special lady in his life. Apologies, Hunter, I just realised that information was to be kept in confidence. Now, before we get down to business, a couple of housekeeping matters. The toilets are located in the middle of the hall, on the ground level behind the retractable seating, or alternatively can also be found on the lower level of the Vela. If you are still unsure, please feel free to check with Anthony Yellab, who I'm told is most familiar with the facilities. As always, with workplace health and safety in mind, can we please ensure Christian Nowankowski is not allowed to lie on the floor at any stage during the assembly. And that all noise complaints are directed to Chaz Nelder. Further, due to ongoing censorship issues, there'll be no violence or medical procedures, something I know Braden Northage and Patrick Riggy will be most relieved to hear. Finally, Dangerous Dan. Can you please move Sparkle Junior McQueen? It's blocking pedestrian access to the hall. As always, I also need to advise you of a couple of late changes to the program this morning. The much anticipated Bachelor finale between contestants Harry Hume and Jack Spillane has been settled off-air, with Harry conceding to Jack's strategic and well-executed love campaign. Not to worry, Harry, I'm sure you can still tick off several of the goals listed in your diary. However, not wanting to disappoint the masses here today, Jared Mayer, aka J-Rod, has kindly agreed to deliver a live performance of his viral hit Mad Monday. We are also most fortunate that Harrison Clark is able to join us today, as thankfully he was able to get an early return flight from Tasmania. Finally, before we do commence proceedings, can I just make sure Lucas Lane is sitting in the front row? Your tour mates didn't want you to miss this morning's graduation celebrations. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and enjoy the first instalment of the Year 12 review video.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the present owner fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking out. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time had better things to do. Criminal record says
Well, Cookie, I can now see why some of the boys have recently mistaken you for Flinny Mac. And Angus, I'm not going to ask what the binoculars were for. We will view part 2 later in proceedings. Part of being a senior this year was taking the leadership and responsibility for the success, or not, of their college house. The staff also had the pleasure of competing against the students in 4 rounds of competition. For further details, I now invite our Head of Sport, Mr. DeSalvo, to the microphone.
Already getting some stick, this is good. So 2023 has been a massive year in sport, with the graduating cohort being large contributors to the success. The senior AFL, cricket and rugby league teams all had successful seasons, and our CISA football team even set the record of being the first team to not concede a goal during the regular season, only to lose in the first week of finals. Today, I have the privilege of presenting the overall champion house, wooden spoon and teacher student trophies. So we'll start with the overall champion house trophies. So this one's contested every year, with points being awarded for results in the 3 sports carnivals, Champagne Day games and the Junior and Senior Shield competitions. This year, the competition for the wooden spoon was a 1-horse race, and making it literally impossible for me to build any suspense. So without any further ado, on 8 points, Phelan are the wooden spooners this year.
Well, wasn't expecting that one. I'd like to say thanks for the boys for participating and for getting 8 points all up, so that's great. Special thanks to Ethan White right here for being my co-feeling captain, and on behalf of Lachlan McGill and Mr. Wise, this is for you, Diz. Diz, you're a cat. So thanks for everyone, and cheers, boys.
Alrighty, so thanks for that, Ryan. In 3rd place, with a respectable 14 points, we have Hebe. So that leaves Walter and Reggie to contest for the 2023 championship, with 1 point separating 1st and 2nd place. These 2 houses, they were tied for 1st place, leading into the Senior Shield on 16 points. And Walter emerged as victors, so congratulations, Richie and Walter.
Full credit to the boys. It was some tough competition this year. Actually, not really. But yeah, thanks for everyone for participating. Hopefully next year Walter can get another dub. Dizzy, you've gone soft.
So there is hope for Phelan, because Walter won 5 out of 6 spoons, and the last being in 2020, and they've since won 3 in a row since. So Phelan, you're a chance. Now for the Star First students. So the less said about this one, the better, but at least we didn't have any ruptured battelle tendons this year. So the touch game, it didn't start too well for us, and the students scored off the very first play of the game, and then got lucky and won by 4 tries. Then we had the basketball, volleyball and futsal games, and these ones were all much closer contests, and the students came out on top in basketball before we took a moral victory in the volleyball due to an illegal team selection. So that left futsal to play, and it was a tight affair with the students struggling to score past Mr. Anderson in goals. That was before super sub Jared Rodney Mayer entered the court. He scored the winning goal and broke our hearts. So congratulations, students, and Ash, would you like to come collect the trophy?
HM Grub, I don't know where you are, but you said last year we didn't have a chance, but we always have a chance, mate. There was no competition this year. We're here to stay.
Thanks, boys. All the best, and see you in the future.
Thanks, Mr. DeSalvo. I'm not sure what was more impressive, William Henley's latest boxing performance or Lachlan Imhoff not being able to spell heaving. Actually, both might be eclipsed by Thomas Hislam's 2 minutes of total playing time at confraternity. And I guess there's a little apology there too. I did say this was going to be PG. Richard has had a wardrobe malfunction, so apologies if you saw more of Richard than you wanted to see before you come this morning. Year 11, you have very big shoes to fill next year. The senior cohort are leaving a very strong legacy of achievement and success in most areas. I now invite Gus Roth, our incoming college captain for 2024, to propose a tribute speech to our seniors. Thanks, Gus.
Sitting in front of me today is greatness. Sitting in front of me today is men of high integrity, high standards, high morals. Sitting in front of me is a cohort of whom there is no other. Sitting in front of me today is the graduating class of 2023. Good morning, Mr. Sievers, teachers, fellow men of saints, and of course, the graduating class of 2023. I would just like to say how privileged I am to stand in front of you today to honour the senior class of 2023. You boys have finally made it. After 13 years within school, you have finally completed your last year at St. Augustine's. The end of one chapter and the start of the next. You are all unique in your own way. Athletes, artists, public speakers, intellects, like a puzzle. You are all different, but once you come together, you make great things happen. You guys have made 2023 a year to remember, a year to never forget. To the outgoing prefects, I thank you. Thank you for teaching us to follow our own path. That when we set out to do something, greatness can happen. Thank you for teaching us that leadership is not just a badge or a title, but it is shown through your actions and how you carry yourself. To Dyson Nelder, a man for whom I have utmost respect for. A man who has taught me the values of giving back to the community and the true impact a kind and caring soul can have upon others. That leadership is merely a title, not a key to the city. It is a responsibility that you have to carry. That leadership does not define you, you define it. You make your own destiny. To the class of 2023, this school is forever in your debt. Thank you for the many lives you have touched. Thank you for setting an example within our school community. Thank you for being great men of saints. For it does not matter what path you take in life, St. Augustine's will always be your home, and you guys will always be a family. I wish you the best of luck for the next chapter of your lives, and thank you again for making this college a better place.
Thanks, Gus. A sterling effort for your first address as college captain. Can we please recognise Gus again? I now invite Dyson Nelder, our 2023 college captain, to respond on behalf of the seniors.
Thank you, Gus, for your kind words and blessings for the class of 2023. And on behalf of the college, we would like to wish the incoming prefects and class of 2024 the best of luck for their year ahead. Now, before I begin, I'd like to give a special thank you to Mr. Brimstone for fronting up to the Valedictory Assembly once again. Hopefully you can stay with us the entire time and not get picked up early, like a recent trip to Port Douglas. When I go to war, I know damn well who's got my back. No man nor woman can easily navigate the darkest and most troublesome sides of life by themselves. However, an individual can triumph the hurdles and obstacles that life throws at us with the support of those around them. Good morning, Reverend Brothers, Father Laurie, Mr. Sievers, parents, invited guests, and men of saints. A couple of Sundays ago, I was blessed with the pleasure of listening to a homily that our very own Father Laurie delivered. Father Laurie asked, "What is the destination of a journey without hard work to achieve it?" Father Laurie had us ponder between which of two choices would be more fulfilling. The first choice, to drive up a winding road leading you to a magnificent view. The ride would be comfortable, quick, and deliver a short, pleasurable experience. Now the second choice would be to hike a steep mountain in order to enjoy that view. The journey would not be as comfortable. There would be obstacles, hardship, and learnings along the way. The hike requires persistence, determination, and it might require you to endure hours on hours of pain to accomplish. So the question was, which of these two journeys would lead to the more enjoyment of the view? And the answer was option 2. The more difficult journey is more rewarding because you earned it. You worked hard. You deserved the splendid view you so desired. Now look to the class of 2023 and assure you know what I'm talking about. The last few schooling years haven't always been easy, but our upcoming graduation is so much sweeter for all those difficulties we faced along the way. Our pains and struggles have inevitably shaped us into the people that we are today. However, along the way we had support. There has always been and will always be someone there who gives us strength, hope, and support, whether they are physically there or in spirit. So when you go to war, you will damn know well who has your back, as they have had our backs through schooling and many years to come. And now that the challenge of our final year is almost over, our new challenge is to acknowledge and honour these people, because the people around us, our family, our friends, our teachers and role models are what helped to get us here. They are the ones who have helped us navigate difficulty and will continue to support us moving forward. With that said, on behalf of the class of 2023, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and honour the amount of time and effort the staff of Saints has shown for their students. Each teacher in this college has played a vital role in the journey of their students, whether that be a coach, a tutor, or a friend. And without a doubt, Mr. Andrew Doherty, the fiery foot falcon. Mr. Doherty's phenomenal character is spoken of at every single valedictory assembly for a reason. In our final year, we are shown what a commitment man truly looks like. So on behalf of the graduating class of 2023, I would like to offer Mr. Doherty, our head of Year 12, a gift to mark our gratitude. Mr. Doherty, could you please come forward? Thank you, Mr. Doherty. And on behalf of the prefects, I would like to extend my gratitude to the college community for supporting us through the entirety of 2023. It is with your support and faith in our leadership that allows us to take accountability for our responsibilities, and for that we are forever grateful. Now to our original teachers, our parents and carers, unpaid but always willing to offer their unconditional love and attention to their young men. You are our most loyal advocates, and whether our parents and carers are present today, watching via live stream, or watching from above, I can guarantee they are doing so with the biggest smiles on their faces. Because that's what our parents and carers do best. They love us, guide us, and remind us that with hard work, anything is achievable. Thank you for being the best role models anyone could ask for, and being our lifelong journey partners. And now to the gentleman sitting before me. Strap in, fellas. It's going to be a bumpy ride telling you how much I love you boys. When we struggled together. When we ached together. And when we needed each other the most, we were there for one another. As we always will, because that's what mates do. They stick together when things get tough. From every early wake up for gym with the first boys, and every laughing moment in the classroom and Year 12 quad. Thanks, lads. All the creek swims, drink-ups, and camping trips. I love you boys so much, and I'll continue to cherish every moment that we have had thus far. We have a brotherhood now that doesn't finish with the school year. For the rest of the Saints boys, let this serve as your calling to love and respect one another. It is vital to acknowledge the people you love now, because the day will come when, as a cohort, you will no longer have the opportunity to sit together and laugh under one roof. One thing is for sure, Saints will always create bonds that will never be broken, and friendships that will last a lifetime. And I'll be forever grateful that Saints community has had and will always have my back. Thank you.
Thanks, Dyson. You've continually been a shining light on the path for the college community to follow, so well done. Thank you for your leadership. Before we continue, can I please ask someone to make sure Caleb Eaton is still awake? He missed most of his classes this year. I don't want him to also miss his graduation. I now invite our head of Year 12, Mr. Andrew Dorry, to the stage to present the Year 12 Homeroom and Service Awards.
Thank you, Mr. Brimstone. Gentlemen of Year 12, we're doing it slightly differently from the way we rehearsed it yesterday. We're breaking this into two tranches now. So if the fellows who are getting major awards, and we rehearsed that yesterday, if you can remain in your seats, we'll do that a little bit later. The college has a great record of community service, and just in terms of Rosie's, there were 29 senior students who volunteered their time to help out the homeless of Cairns on a regular basis. And so it's a great model for our younger students to aspire to this level of community service. And of course, it reached much beyond that. So it's our very great pleasure today to present our Community Service Awards. We'll do this in two lots, and I'd ask you to hold your applause to the end of each group. So firstly, we have our Gold Service Award winners. And the first of those is Andre Aloy, Matthew Christensen, Aidan Cridland, Futa Ma, and Lachlan Mann-Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, our Gold Service Award winners. And now to our Platinum Service Award winners, and the numbers they have accrued are stratospheric in terms of their contribution to our community and the Cairns wider community throughout the year. So our Platinum Service Award winners are Michael Doolan, Daniel Leibinger, Edward Nancaro, Chaz Nelder, Dyson Nelder, Darcy Oates, Riley O'Sullivan, and Brodie Zanatich. ladies and gentlemen, our Platinum Community Service Award winners. At our annual awards night, each student from a homeroom is given an award for their participation in college life, their Marisness, if you will, their ability to be hidden, unknown, to be stalwarts in their classes. And it's the same for Year 12, but of course the Year 12s won't be here for the awards night, so we have great pleasure in presenting them this morning. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask to hold your applause to the end. So for 12.1, Jared Caltabiano. For 12.2, Lachlan McGill. For 12.3, Andre Aloy. For 12.4, Edward Nancaro. And for 12.5, Matthew Filippone. Ladies and gentlemen, our Year 12 Homeroom Award winners. Could I also now ask, please, for our award winners for the Spirit of Arts Awards, for Unbroken Attendance, for the Catholic Education Scholarship Awards, the Vet Student of the Year and the JCU Rising Star Scholarship to make their way to the left-hand side of the stage, please. We'll start with the Spirit of Arts Awards, gentlemen. I don't see Thomas Barber there, and I don't see Regan Crooks there. That's all right. That's okay. That's what happens when you rehearse one thing and then you do another. So it's not their fault. We have a very, very strong arts program here in the presence of art and throughout the college, drama, visual arts, film and television, speech, song, orchestra, you name it, we do it. And the following 4 award winners have accrued points to get these arts awards. And we have a bronze, 1 silver and 2 gold. And again, we'll ask people to hold these to the end, please. So the bronze award is Ashley DeAndre. Luckily he's in the front row. Look, the silver award to Michael Doolan. A gold award to Thomas Barber. And a gold award to Regan Crooks. Well done, gentlemen. For these next 3 awardees, ladies and gentlemen, we will have individual applause because the next 3 awardees are, in my view, extraordinary. Each of these 3 gentlemen have got unbroken attendance for not their senior year, but the entirety of their schooling at the college. 6 years of unbroken attendance, which is an extraordinary effort, and for our younger students, something that future employers will find as gold. So congratulations firstly to Jared Caltabiano. Well done. Secondly, to Liam Hinspeter-Steele. Well done, Liam. And thirdly, to Ethan White. And I would invite Mr. Leon Capra to the stage, Acting Director of School Effectiveness, to present the Catholic Education Year 12 scholarship to two of our Year 12 students. These scholarships are designed to empower Year 12 students embarking on the path to a full-time 4-year Bachelor of Education degree. The program covers HECS fees for the full degree, and furthermore, upon successful completion of their studies, scholarship recipients are guaranteed employment within a Catholic school in the Diocese of Cairns. And this morning, we have 2 awardees. Firstly, Matthew Christensen. And secondly, to Lachlan Imhoff. And thank you to Mr. Capra. And we never know, we might see Matthew and Lachlan on the staff at St Augustine's in the future, but they won't be co-colleagues of mine. Nextly, we have our VPG-sponsored Vet Student of the Year, and this year is awarded to Hunter Wise. Well done, Hunter. And our final award for this tranche of awards is the JCU Year 12 Rising Star Scholarship, which is worth $10,000 for a student who is undertaking studies at JCU. And the award winner for this is Matthew Filipponi. Well done, Matthew. I'll be back later.
Thank you, Mr. Doherty, and congratulations again to all our award recipients. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and enjoy our second and final instalment of the Year 12 review video.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, you give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all.
Gareth. You can explain yourself later, but at least you have managed to turn things around since then. And Josh, I now know why you're called Twinkle Toes McCoy. Settle down, Richie. I know I said toes, but there'll be no feet pics today. Can we please thank Brother Michael for his many hours of work in compiling the video? Thank you, Brother Michael. We now move to the highlight of any valedictory assembly, and I invite back to the stage Head of Year 12, Mr. Andrew Dorry, to present the college's major awards and to deliver his 2023 valedictory address. Thank you, Mr. Dorry.
Thank you, Mr. Brimstone. And it is my very great pleasure to be able to present our major award winners to the college this morning. Since the new system has come in, obviously the Year 12s have finished before our awards night takes place, and therefore it's very important to us that our major award winners are presented to the whole college and to our parent body as well. Obviously the only one that won't be announced this year will be the Ducks of the college, because that will be determined at the conclusion of the public exams and the release of the ATAR results, and that will be announced at our first Academic Awards Assembly next year. So first of all, we have our Sportsman of the Year, which is named in honour of Mr. Bernie Mullins, one of our most famous old boys and a great sporting man in and around Cairns. For cross-country, hockey, football and representation at the school, club, peninsula, Cairns, state and national level in the Australian schoolboys hockey team, the Bernie Mullins Senior Sportsman of the Year is Ryan Cartwright. Well done. The Head of Sport Prize for Outstanding Contribution to Sport is awarded to a Year 12 student who has performed to a high level across a variety of sports. For basketball, netball, AFL, at the CISA, school, club, peninsula and state levels for basketball and for AFL, our outstanding contribution to sport is awarded to Ashley Moore. The Filmmaker of the Year Award is given to a student who has made a major contribution to filming the many events around the college during their time here and have reached excellence in this subject. We have a dual award today, and the first of those is to Thomas Barber. And to Charlie Shakespeare. Well done. The Czech Kersavani Design and Technology Award is given to a student who has demonstrated initiative, strong work ethic and high quality craftsmanship. This year, the award winner is Hunter Wise. The award for outstanding contribution to the arts is given to a student who excels across many disciplines in the arts to a high standard. This award winner is a member of 2 college ensembles, as well as a mass musician. He studies music and music extension, participated in State Honours Ensemble program, and has been across many events, as well as working for the last 6 years in the technician's box. The outstanding contribution to the arts goes to Matthew Christensen. Musician of the Year is awarded to a student who not only contributes to more than one ensemble, but does so to an extremely high standard. The Musician of the Year this year is a member of 3 college ensembles, a cantor for mass, frequently taking on solos. He also had a solo in the major production of Carmina Burana. He was also selected in the Queensland Conservatory Musical Theatre workshop held at Griffith. Our Musician of the Year, Regan Crooks. Our Orator of the Year has excelled in all areas of public speaking. He's gifted in the arts of rhetoric, is a student who is passionate about public speaking, and is skilled in the art of persuasion. He was awarded the Lions Youth of the Year at the Cairns Zone level and Lions Youth of the Year and Best Public Speaker in the Cairns finals. Our Senior Orator of the Year, Darcy Oates. Our next award winner is getting 2. So first of all, the Senior Debater of the Year has made a great contribution to the debating team and has been dedicated and organised and demonstrating a high level of skill. The Good Conduct Medal is one of the oldest awards at the college. This is for a student who has demonstrated a consistently positive attitude. This is not a passive award, but this is not someone who just stays out of trouble. Rather, it is given to a student who has helped to shape the spirit of the senior class and set a positive tone throughout the college. He will have done this principally through his own good example, by his encouragement of others, and by his personal involvement in a range of college activities. Ladies and gentlemen, the Debater of the Year and the winner of the Good Conduct Medal, Riley O'Sullivan. After that, Riley might well be awarded Weightlifter of the Year. Could I now call to the stage Mr. Trent Haddow, the General Manager of Piconis, to make the next presentation on behalf of the Picconi family, and we thank you for your presence here this morning. The Lou Picconi Memorial Prize for General Proficiency is sponsored by the Picconi family and named for one of the college's most outstanding old boys, the late Lou Picconi, someone whose faith, sense of service and high achievement epitomise all that might be hoped for in a graduate of St Augustine's. This year's winner of the Lou Picconi Memorial Prize for General Proficiency is Daniel Leibinger. And thank you, Mr. Haddow. Thank you. The Lionel Williamson Award for Initiative and Service is named in honour of one of the most respected and loved members of the St Augustine's family. This award is for a student who has shown unstinting generosity throughout the year, who has volunteered unprompted and often for worthwhile causes, and of whom it can be justly said that St Augustine's is a better place for his having been one of its seniors. This year's Lionel Williams Award goes to Michael Doolan. I'd now like to invite Mr. Angelo Morrow to the stage to present our next award, the Matthew John Morrow Award for Outstanding Effort, and Angelo is presenting that on behalf of his mother. Serena, you going to come up? Yeah, please. Yeah, that's lovely. Thanks. Matthew Morrow was a student at the college who faced the huge challenge of leukaemia. In his struggle with this disease, he showed extraordinary courage and optimism. He was never defeated and maintained an inspiring optimism. This award is presented in his memory by his family and is given to someone who has demonstrated uncommon resolve and commitment during the year. It is shared this year, firstly by Alf Caneen. You just stand there, yep. And secondly by Lachlan Mann-Jones. No, you stay there. Well done, Alfie. And thank you, Mr. Morrow and Mrs. Morrow. The Bishop's Prize for Christian Leadership has been presented by the Bishop of Cairns for over 70 years to a student who has been distinguished by his living out of the gospel values and his leading his fellow students to do the same. This student will be a young man of principle, of resolve, of generosity. The college is and will be a better place for his influence. Unfortunately, at the moment, the Bishop's chair is vacant, and so Mr. Sievers will present this prize. And the Bishop's Prize for Christian Leadership is awarded to Chaz Nelda. The Champagne Award is presented by the Maris brothers to a student who has made the most outstanding contribution to the life of the college. This student will be someone who has distinguished himself in a range of areas of college life: academic, sporting, cultural and service. He will be someone who is universally respected, not only for his dedication and achievement, but also his willingness to share his gifts with others. The Champagne Award winner for 2023 is Dyson Nelda. Thank you, Mr. Sievers, and thank you, Mr. Helms. Some years ago, a film was released starring, amongst other people, George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and Cate Blanchett. And it was called The Monuments Men. And it was set in World War II. Now, none of those stars, whose characters they played, and the other people in the film, were soldiers. And yet they figured very prominently towards the end of World War II. They were so far removed from being soldiers that it would have been the most unlikely thing in the world to have sort of found them anywhere near a battlefield. because they were art collectors, they were museum curators, and they were sponsors of the art. What was their task? Well, their task was to recover from the Nazis and to prevent the Soviets, who were coming rapidly from the east towards Germany, to recover all the looted artworks from the many European nations from which they conquered. And in today's value, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars worth of art. Now, some people will say, well, who cares? It's only art. Their monument was to preserve hundreds and thousands of years of European cultural history. Many of them gave their lives for that. So when tourists today visit these wonderful museums and churches and stately homes, that is their monument. That is the monument that they have built. Over the last couple of days, the chaps in front of me, we've been talking about legacy. Now, earlier this year, we saw a wonderful example of legacy. And the two men I'm about to mention will not be happy about this, but tough. Because on Champagne Day this year, we celebrated Brother Roger's golden jubilee as a Marist brother and Brother John's 60 years as a Marist brother. So when we talk about legacy, that's monumental. Gentlemen, the senior class of 23, let's acknowledge Brother John and Brother Roger, please. So, what's the legacy? What's the monument of the senior class of 2023? And the beauty of that, of course, and I'm speaking particularly to you now, gentlemen, is that it doesn't stop here. And that you will continue to build a monument. You will continue to leave a legacy. So when you turn up, day in, day out, even when you don't feel like it, I'm off to work today. You are building a legacy. You are building a monument. When you give 100% attention and effort to whatever it is you're doing next year, and that will be wide and varied and exciting. But when you give 100% attention to what you are doing, you are building a legacy. You are building a monument. When you give back to the families, to the communities that have nurtured you, that have helped you to grow, you are building a legacy. You are creating a monument. Are we hugely confident about that? Absolutely. So whenever we see you again, and and we hope it won't be too long, continue to build that legacy. Continue to create monuments. Mr. Sievers, ladies and gentlemen, it is my very great pleasure and my very great privilege to present to you the senior class of 2023.
With monuments and legacy in mind, can we please thank and acknowledge Mr. Dorry for the wonderful work he's done with the valedictorians again this year. Ladies and gentlemen, please now sit back and enjoy the Year in Review video. Can we please acknowledge and thank Tom Barber, Murdoch McSwan, Jake Aitchison and Charlie Shakespeare for the efforts in the production of the video. Thanks, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Sievers to deliver his principal's address.
Thank you, Mr. Brimstone. Reverend brothers, parents, special guests, including Mr. Bill Dixon, who was here at our Mass earlier today, Mr. Leon Capra, Acting Director of School Effectiveness from the CES, Angelo and Serena Moro, and Mr. Trent Haddow, General Manager of Piconis, staff, students, and of course, the class of 2023. We are close to ending today's formalities, and this morning's Mass, followed by our current assembly, is a fitting send-off for the class of 2023. For this to happen, I'd like to extend thanks to a number of people. From the organising committee of Mrs Cross, Mr Rigby, Mr Dorahy, Mrs Regina, Mrs Roberts and Mrs McCormack, to our groundsmen, our special mention to our maintenance crew under Mr Tim Watson. They do an exceptional amount of work setting up this day, and shortly this venue, Lennon Hall, will be transformed into a venue for tonight's dinner. To the musicians, to Mrs Spannenberg and Mrs Walby, to the teachers and the administration staff, to Brother Michael for coordinating today's Mass, and to Father Laurie who presided over today's Mass. Father Laurie will head back to Melbourne tomorrow, but he knows that he is most welcome at Saints any time. Can we please show our gratitude for these people? I am in a fortunate position to be able to address the class of 2023. Many of you I have taught over the years, particularly in Year 8 and Year 9 in PE and RE. Obviously, you have come a long way since then. I think Dyson's speech today was a testament to his authentic and humble leadership style we all admire. It is an example of how these boys have developed into fine young men. Year 12, 6 years ago, you entered St Augustine's as Year 7 students, for the majority of you. And from day one, we have endeavoured to immerse you in the Marist culture. This culture at Saints lives Marcin Champanier's vision to make Jesus Christ known and loved, and to produce good Christians and good citizens. When you were in Year 7, your then principal, Brother Darren, told you a story. And I can remember the story clearly, and it'll be interesting talking to you afterwards how many of you can remember it from Year 7, 6 years later. And I thought that it was a story worth retelling today, as it captures what we, as a Marist School, have tried to develop within each of you. So there is a legend, and it tells how at the beginning of time, God resolved to hide himself within his own creation. God was wondering how to do this, and his angels gathered around him. I want to hide myself in my own creation, he told them. I need to find a place that is not too easily discovered, for it is in their search for me that my creatures will grow in spirit and understanding. Why don't you hide yourself in the earth? The first angel suggested. God pondered for a while and replied, no, it will not be long before they learn how to mine the earth and discover all the treasures it contains. They will discover me too quickly, and they will not have had time to do their growing. Why don't you hide yourselves on the moon? A second angel suggested. And God thought about this for a while, and he replied, no, it will take a little longer, but before long they will learn how to fly through space. They will arrive on the moon, they'll explore its secrets, and they will discover me too soon, before they have had the time to do their growing. So the angels were at a loss. What hiding place could they suggest? And there was a silence. I know, said one angel. Why don't you hide yourself within their hearts? They will never think of looking there. That's it, God said, delighted to have found a hiding place. And so it is that God hides secretly deep within the hearts of all his creatures, until that creature has grown enough to risk the journey into his secret core of his own being. Gentlemen, you have spent the past years at St Augustine's in pursuit of knowledge, of growth and self-discovery. You have faced challenges, overcome obstacles, celebrated triumphs, and at times you have been defeated. But each step of your journey has been an opportunity to uncover that divine spark within yourselves. I encourage you to carry the wisdom of this legend, and I urge each of you to remember the essence of the legend, to risk the journey into the secret core of your own being. Embrace the challenges and the difficulties that inevitably will come your way, for they are the stepping stones to self-discovery. We have wanted as a Marist School for you to be good people, with strong minds and with gentle hearts, but people that are able to look deep within themselves and find their strength. We have tried to do this in partnership with your parents, your first educators who will be with you long after you have left Saints. Your parents love you, and their love for you comes from deep within their own hearts. It is this love that motivates them to do what is best for you. This love is unquestionable and undeniable. Above all else, take the time to thank your parents for all they have done for you to get to where you are today. In turn, to the parents, I want to thank you for the trust you have placed in us to educate your sons. This is particularly the case for the boarding families. We are aware of the responsibility this bestows upon us. We don't always get it right. We are human. We get tired and we do make errors. But I can genuinely stand up here and say that we operate from a place deep in our own hearts that inspires us to do the best for the young men entrusted to us. Gentlemen, I know many of you have already done this, but take some time to thank those teachers that have made a difference to you over the years. But we have also learnt from you, and I would like to pass on my thanks from the college for your significant contributions to St Augustine's. You are a generous year level. Many of you have contributed significantly to service. You are a successful sporting year group that has had many successful and exceptional results. You have many outstanding leaders amongst you that have set the tone and the climate, not only for Year 12, but you've set the tone and the climate for the entire school. As you leave through the Guard of Honour today, you'll be the first Year 12s to exit the Valedictory Assembly via the new Scott Street entry. You will be emotional and there will be tears, and this is because you have accomplished much and are leaving a place that, besides home, you have spent most of your time over the last 6 years. You are part of Saints. You belong here, and the brotherhood that you have will stay deep in your hearts forever. And at times, if it gets tough, if you feel overwhelmed or anxious or down, look inside your hearts, call upon your classmates, or come back and visit Saints. As you leave through the Guard of Honour shortly, written on the Scott Street entry is part of the mission of Marston Champagne, and that is to develop good Christians and good citizens. Take note as you exit. Good Christians is about the continual search for what is deep in your hearts. And as the story I just read challenged you today and challenges you in Year 7, but is also in the way that you treat and care and show your love for others. Good citizens is simply making a positive difference to our world, giving back and contributing, which you are all very well placed to do. So I'd like to conclude by thanking the class of 2023 on behalf of the college and those present today. Remember that St Augustine's is your home. It is your family, and the lessons you have learnt here will hold you in good stead. Know that you are never truly alone. As God is deep in your heart, your Saints and Maris family, your brothers are there as well. God bless.
And gentlemen, I certainly encourage you to take Mr. Seaver's message today. That it's important when you go out, that you take risks, that you embrace challenges. Mr. Seavers is a man of actions, and he's done this. In 2014, he took a risk. He moved his family from Canberra to Cairns. He's embraced challenges during those 10 years, and now we are very fortunate to have him lead our great college. So can we please thank Mr. Seavers for his leadership. If I could now invite our Year 12s to stand and face the congregation. The Salve Regina is a traditional Marian hymn. I would invite all you to stand and join Mr. Dorahy in the singing of the Salve Regina as a
Jesus
Please be seated. I would now like to invite the Year 12 homeroom teachers to call the roll for the final time.
Homeroom 12.1, Tom Barber. Jared Caltabiano. Harrison Clark. Braden Conroy. Ashley DeAndre. Dan Formiati. Patricius Fortuna. Matthew Gatera. Joshua Garza. Cooper Glass. Jack Hatfield. Lachlan Imhoff. Carmelo Leonforti. Jared Mayer. Josh McCoy. Christian Nusifora. Zach Parker. Logan Scott. Ryder Seymour. Nicholas Taflos. Kano Thompson. Gabriel Weeks. Brody Zanetich.
(12.2) Ryan Cartwright. Ruben DeLong. Lucas DeRoma. Michael Doolan. Tristan Geddes. Seth Greenhalgh. Samuel Culloch. Alexander Lang. Lachlan McGill. Luke Morrow. Daniel Maguire. Troy McNeil. Lachlan Morrison. Darcy Oates. Charlie Shakespeare. Jack Spillane. Tyson Sterling. Dion Villaruz. Ethan White. Hunter Wise.
(12.3) Oliver Adams. Andre Alloy. Tom Allen. Axel Bohr. Tom Carter. Matthew Christensen. Regan Crooks. Ricky Groth. Harry Hume. Eden Keir. Lucas Lane. Daniel Leibinger. Gareth Lucy. Futa Ma. Flynn McPherson. Nathan McGarber. Douglas Maloney. Ashley Moore. Chaz Nelder. Dyson Nelder. Michael Scarborough.
Homeroom 12.4, Zach Barker. Connor Bodgen. Jet Bodgen. Thomas Chappell. Harry Cook. Aidan Cridlin. Ryan Dash. Thomas Hislam. Reeve Kleinschmidt. Cameron La. Sorry, Seela. Angus Lane. Lachlan Mann Jones. Murdoch McSwan. Abin John Mai. Edward Nancaro. Riley O'Sullivan. Angus Slatcher. Taj Townsend. I still haven't finished, Taj. Tread lightly. Richard Tekanovic. Sean Weisengeber. Anthony Yellob.
12.5, Levo Aurelio. Declan Crotty. Alf Canine. Bradley Catuli. Daniel Davey. Caleb Eaton. Matthew Filipponi. Jack Greentree. William Henley. Liam Hinspeter. Miles Howard. Patrick Jones. Daniel Matthews. Cale Newcomb. Braden Northage. Christian Nowakowski. Tobias Bolin. Patrick Rigby. Declan Rodder. Jamie Steigmeyer. Gareth Thomas. Taj Townsend. Bern van der Vesthausen.
Can we please thank our Year 12 homeroom teachers? It's certainly nice to know that we're all here, but I must confess I'm a little relieved that this celebration was held today and not on a Friday, as it would have certainly fallen outside both Tom Carter's and Angus Slutch's business hours. I now invite Mark Ellum, Liturgy Captain for 2024, to give a final blessing for our seniors.
Please join me in making the sign of the cross. Lord, as the graduating seniors are about to embark on their new journey, we ask for your guidance as they begin their new endeavours. May their knowledge and skills they gain from their education here equip them to complete their assessment with success. Should they encounter obstacles, give them the courage to overcome them. May they always remember the life lessons they have learnt here. May they cherish the brotherly bonds they have made with their peers, and may they continue to grow these friendships for many years to come. May they reflect on their time as saints and be grateful for the people whose influence has shaped them to the men they have become. And finally, may they remember that they are a part of the saints' family today and every tomorrow. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Marcelin Champagne, Mary our Good Mother, and let us always remember to in the name of the Father.
To conclude our valedictory assembly today, as is our custom, we will sing together for the final time the Sub Tuum, as a blessing upon our graduating class before they depart the hall for the final time in the presence of the full college community. So please stand and with great vigour join us in the singing of the Sub Tuum.
Gentlemen, please put our hands together and acknowledge Mr. Brimstone. So thank you, Brim. Gentlemen, I'm going to invite you to leave in a minute to prepare for your Guard of Honour, but we certainly wish you all the best in the upcoming weeks with your external exams, and we hope that you're never a stranger to St Augustine's. So I'd ask you to leave, gents, upstanding, just our valedictorians. Stand up, please. The rest of the community, let's stand and acknowledge our class of 2023. Parents and guests and students. I'd ask you our guests to remain seated, thank you, as our college body prepare for the Guard of Honour. So Year 7s, please